Well, hi, everybody, and welcome to another Channel 8 sports presentation. Tonight from East Brunswick High School Gymnasium, it is boys basketball as East Brunswick hosts Piscataway in a Greater Middlesex Conference Red Division game. Hi, I'm Jimmy Allinder, being joined once again by Phil Hill. And Phil, East Brunswick's boys, 10-3 record, a tremendous turnaround from last year, 4-win season.
Right.
However, one of the three losses that they have this year is against this Piscataway team.
Exactly. It's one of those woulda, coulda, shoulda losses. They felt that everybody I spoke to felt that they should have beat Piscataway. And to make matters worse, they're coming off another woulda, coulda, shoulda loss against Cerevel. I think a 56-53 loss on Saturday. This is a very good Bear team. One of the most disciplined teams in the county. They play excellent defense, and they have a good offensive club as well. They feel they owe the Piscataway Chiefs something, and they're going to try to pay them back tonight.
Well, interesting, though, that East Brunswick has already clinched a state playoff berth in Central Jersey Group 4. St. Joe's is way ahead of the pack in the GMC Red Division. What is East Brunswick playing for right now?
They're playing for a high seed, first of all, both in the county and the state tournaments, and I think that will make all the difference in the world. I mean it. If East Brunswick really puts their game together, I can see them being at the rack. They got to play good defense and get their offense in gear and whatnot. If they can do that, they can end up being at the rack in that final there. That's a stretch. You got Colonia that's playing excellent ball, a few other teams that are playing very well. North Brunswick every now and then, but East Brunswick's as solid as any of them.
And one of the teams that East Brunswick will be going up against is this Wednesday night, 2 nights from now. We're going to have that as well at South Brunswick. So right now it's East Brunswick, Piscataway warming up, and we'll be back with the action right after this. All right, we are back here at East Brunswick High School Gymnasium. This is Jimmy Allender being joined by Phil Hill for tonight's boys basketball game between East Brunswick and Piscataway. It's the Chiefs coming in. Piscataway, last time these two teams played, beat East Brunswick. And I don't know, Phil. I go back to my opening remark about what the incentive is for this team. I know they want a high seed for the GMC tournament as well. But it's something, I don't know.
Well,
it's something lacking a little bit
No, the other
here.
incentive is that the fact that the Chiefs beat them the last time they played. 58-50, and the Bears clearly think they're a better team than that. So they have them on their home court today, and they want to show them that we're better than that last game we played. We'll see.
All right, jumping center for Piscataway is number 25, Kevin Selby, a 6'2 senior. And Matt Strapko, the 6'6 senior center, as usual, will be jumping for East Brunswick. We're about set to go here, and Piscataway gets the tap, and that is number 33, Corey Smith, giving in them underneath. And Piscataway on Jeff, how do you pronounce that? Oshagel? Oseghal. Takes a 2-0 lead. East Brunswick at the ball. Off the rim it goes.
I'll tell you, Miller with a nice drive, just didn't go down.
Ball brought around. That's number 50. I'm getting action. That's Barry Blount. Another Piscataway rebound won't go, and this one, at the time it's tapped in, I believe that was Selby. And Piscataway ahead 4-0. Kartzman, that's Joe Weiss. Strapko deep. And he's guarded a little too closely by Selby. It'll just take just a minute to get acclimated to these numbers. Piscataway with a slashy number
I'll
there.
tell you,
not
fancy
the easiest thing to pick up.
Script numbers almost.
All right, Miller will inbounds for East Brunswick. Tapped away. And the Bears will inbounds on the far side.
And the Chiefs in their own patent man-to-man defense right now.
Miller takes it. It's being guarded closely by Oshagel. Weiss bounce pass to Kartzman. Goes to the middle. Still looking. East Brunswick very patient here.
I'll tell you, good defense by the Chiefs.
Miller drives inside, puts it up. Shot bounces off the rim and goes in.
And Bo Henning said it's good to have Sheldon Miller back.
4-2, Piscataway ahead. Pass goes a little awry, and Miller comes up with it. They still fumble around with it, and Piscataway gets it back.
I'll tell you, good hustle by both teams.
In the corner, goes off the rim. That ball's picked up by Corey Smith. He took that shot. Three-point shot.
I'll tell you.
Good by Harold Reed. Piscataway moves to a 7-2 lead. Weiss to the middle, uncontested.
I'll tell you, nice move.
And East Brunswick wants to go inside, Phil. 7-4, Piscataway holding a 3-point lead. 5:50 to go in the first period.
And the Bears unusual. They're playing a zone right now, Jim.
Blount with it. He drives inside and swoops it in. 9-4, Piscataway. Chiefs off a little to a hot streak here.
Well, they're coming off a good game against St. Joe's. Of course, they didn't beat St. Joe's, but they did play well, according to Coach Gary Winfield.
That's Kartzman. Gets it knocked around. However, Strapto comes up with it. Off the rim. Down comes Oshagel with it. Here comes Piscataway. Blount in the corner. Back out. Blount guarded closely. Top of the key. Shot by Oshagel.
And that's what the Bears wanted to do, to shoot over that zone.
Smith. Somebody's down for Piscataway.
I think he jammed a finger. You're going to have somebody come out there and pop that finger back in.
Okay, that's Selby, Kevin Selby. And he's in obvious pain.
He certainly is in some pain here.
You see the trainer for East Brunswick, Phil Hostler, coming to him. Boy, he really looks like he's in some pain.
Well, Selby's a 6'2" senior forward, and coming off a 13-point performance against St. Joe's, so they would hate to lose him for any length of time.
All right, East Brunswick will inbounds. This is Miller. They're down by 5. 4:57 left to go in the first quarter. Again, East Brunswick penetrates.
And Miller
makes it 9-6. Here comes Piscataway. All right, that's the replacement. Freeney won't go. Strong rebounding by Piscataway. Another three-point shot.
Ooh,
good.
Mercy.
That is Reed's second three, and Bo Henning is going to change a little.
He wants a quick timeout.
It's going to be just a 20-second timeout. So, what do you think, Phil? Piscataway coming out rather hot here.
They're coming out rather hot. Bo Henning had said, listen, we're going to make them shoot over our zone because they don't shoot too well from the outside. But those big threes, you probably see Bo go back to man.
Exactly. Harold Reed with 2 long-range threes makes the score 12-6. 4:34 left to go in the first quarter of play. And Piscataway is playing with conviction here despite that 6-8 record.
They look like they're pumped up. I think that loss against St. Joe's, they played so well that they're feeling good about themselves.
St. Joe's, of course, one of the top teams in the state. Miller finally gets it across. He's trapped, however, and they're going to call a jump ball. And the possession arrow goes to East Brunswick.
And Miller being instructed by Bo Henning. He didn't want him to go behind his back while he's being trapped.
Kartzman will inbounds to Miller. Miller to the middle. In the corner. Shot won't go over everything. That was taken by Mike Smith. Piscataway getting a lot of open shots, Phil.
I'll tell you, they're pushing the ball up and putting it up.
And they're getting their second shots as
Good
well.
block.
That block caused by Smith. And with the possession arrow to Piscataway, Chiefs will inbounds. Substitutions, Henning will come in, as well as Max Johnson. Smith will exit as well as Miller.
And the way at the pace of this game, you're going to see a lot of substitution.
Ball is inbounds to Blount.
They're in man-to-man now, Jim.
Okay.
Just as we suspected.
Good rebound by Johnson.
I'll tell you, good one.
And he takes it up. Henning with it now. Looks for somebody, nobody open. Good defense by the Chiefs. Hartzman from the outside. Not good. East Brunswick getting one shot.
Boy, the Chiefs are pushing it up.
Yeah, they sure are. Inside, what are they going to call here? Foul before that. So this should not be a shooting foul. What do you think?
Okay, you're right. They called it on Bobby Henning before. He probably saved Max Johnson from getting a foul.
Piscataway looks to inbounds it. And, wow! I tell you what.
Weiss came down on his elbow, and he really hurt himself.
Well, I think he was more wrapped than anything else, Phil, and the foul was called.
It's going to be a physical game all night.
Well, if it wasn't, East Brunswick got the message that time. Henning cross court to Weiss. East Brunswick still trying to figure this out. I think, Phil, they're going to have to make a few outside shots.
Well, the Chiefs are playing a little zone right now themselves. 2-1-2.
Strapko. Nothing there. Passes it off. Blunt with it to the middle. Goes against Henning. And scores. And the score is 14-6, Piscataway.
Blunt looking rather
Johnson on the quick pass. And it's 14-8. Here we go again. Freeney.
Oh! Freeney puts it up and down.
Back and forth, 16-8.
I'll tell you, frenetic action.
East Brunswick twice caught napping on defense. Hartzman, no. East Brunswick has not hit one outside shot yet.
And one of the reasons that the Chiefs have gone to zone, and you see Coach Gary Winfield calling for a timeout right here, Jim.
All right, that's a timeout by Piscataway, a full one. So this is going to be our first opportunity to hear what Bo Henning has to say about his East Brunswick team.
Yeah, let's go, y'all.
Yeah. Coach, we do what we did on Perth Amboy on the 2-1-2. Keep Max higher so the other guy can come around.
Yeah, I think it's a matchup zone, so it's going to change when you change, you know? If we go 2-1-2, I understand what you're saying. Now, defensively, to get us picking up sooner, I want to pick up the point guard right away. Slow them down, bringing the ball up the court, okay? You'll pick up your man early, he'll pick up his man early, all right? You're getting real good shots now offensively. Just keep moving the ball and think about the skip. The skip pass should be there as well, all right? We get the ball in the middle. We turn, we face, we see our options. You don't like what you see, then you spit it out.
I'll tell you, Jim, you heard the guys breathing rather hard, and the pace of the game is maybe the story. He's right. The Chiefs have gone to a matchup zone, forcing the Bears to shoot from the outside as well.
Well, so defensively, East Brunswick is going to try to hit that point guard as soon as the ball is transitioned, so they don't get that fast break.
Right.
We'll see what happens. Weiss over to Henning. Everything is difficult at this point for East Brunswick. They're doubling. That leaves somebody open. Kartzman.
A little short.
He has been off all this first quarter. Johnson comes down with it. He's surrounded by three men. Dribbles now, and they got to call a foul.
Foul on a reach-in. And Max Johnson showing a little muscle there, surrounded and couldn't find anybody to pass it to. Decided to drive to the basket, drew the foul.
Henning will inbounds. East Brunswick works the perimeter, as it has pretty much this whole quarter. Minute 45 left to go. 16-8, Piscataway with the lead here. There's Weiss. Took a look. Strapko turns around, off the rim. And what do we got here? Here comes Piscataway. That's a new face. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Oshoggle. Inside.
Offense.
They call a blocking foul.
Wow, surprising.
And it looks like we got an ankle injury down there. I think that Reed was either stepped on, and he comes up limping.
I'll tell you, Henning took a knee to the chest there and still was called for the foul.
Substitutions. Another new face in for Piscataway. Mike Purnell, is that?
Purnell.
All right. Freeney being guarded by Henning. Obvious size mismatch. Purnell out to Blount. They look for that high post and try to work it in. Piscataway a little bit more deliberate in this half court.
Bears playing good man-to-man defense right now.
Well, they're going to call King on that foul. Corey Smith drawing the foul. Third team foul for East Brunswick. Both teams with 3 team fouls.
Okay.
And we're under a minute to play in this first quarter. Not the best quarter for East Brunswick.
Not the best quarter. Mike Smith, that underneath, actually called on that foul. His first.
Inbounds, they look. Blount gets it, guarded by Johnson. Yeah, Blount a little out of control that time.
I'll tell you, offensive foul.
Yeah, Smith just stood his ground, Phil, and Blount didn't really see him.
Okay, Jeff Engerbauer, the official, making that call. And you're going to see plenty of substitution all night, Jim. A tremendous pace. I don't know if the Chiefs are going to be able to sustain this.
I was going to say, are they in excellent shape, or are they just using up their tank right now? We'll see. Miller being guarded by Blount closely. Weiss bounced past to Miller. Inside to Johnson, goes strong.
I'll tell you, a real strong move by Johnson.
Who has his 4th point, and the score is now 16-10. 16 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Blount looks inside, and almost stolen. Yes, it is.
By the Bears.
And a 2-on-1 for East Brunswick if they get it.
Oh, mercy.
Ball, it's out of bounds.
I'll tell you, just great defense by the Bears.
East Brunswick thought it had an opportunity. They did have an opportunity, but couldn't make it. Long shot here. Finds nothing, and that's the end of the first quarter of play. East Brunswick down by a 16-10 count. This Piscataway team really played well, Phil.
They played well. They're hustling all over the court and whatnot, but can they sustain it? Let's hear what Bo has to say.
All right, here's the bottom line. Your defense is bothering them now. Our man-to-man is bothering them. But we cannot get taken off the dribble. That means you got to get off them a step, you do so, okay, when they start to dribble. But I'm telling you, your defense is bothering. Now, offensively, don't put the ball over your head, be players and see inside, because they're extending so far that they're giving us looks inside. Don't just throw it to the man inside, but throw it away from what? Away from the defense, away from the defense. Now, I like 1-3-1 against it, even though sometimes it looks like a 1-3-1 that they're playing, because it's a matchup, right? And they tend to go back to a two-guard look, okay? And that'll give you some outlets. Wing guys come as high as you need to, but the high post, anytime you can get it in against the zone at the high post, it's a good thing. You're on the high post with this personnel in the game, right? All right, come on, boys, let's go.
Okay, Bo Henning talking about how their man-to-man defense is bothering the Chiefs. Wants his guys to keep that up. He also talked about getting the ball inside themselves, getting it inside away from their defense. So we shall see.
To begin the second quarter, East Brunswick will inbounds. They are trailing 16-10. Piscataway has done an excellent job of taking good opportunity of their shots. Again, East Brunswick getting opportunities inside.
Getting it inside just as Bo instructed, and Johnson able to draw the foul.
Foul is charged to, if that's Blount.
Oh, they said he wasn't shooting. They said it was before.
Exactly. 15 foul for Piscataway, however. So they could be in trouble. It's Weiss with an open shot. He cannot hit. Blount is going to take it by himself. He's strong.
I'll tell you,
really
nice strong move by Barry Blount,
who has 6 points, and it's an 18-10 score. Miller to the middle. Weiss again, finally hits. That's the first outside shot.
Shooters keep shooting.
And it's 18-12.
4 points for Weiss.
Sooner or later, East Brunswick's going to have to break out of this. Strong defense here. Almost stolen. Out of control, really. Oh! How do you figure that?
And I'll tell you, he hurt his ankle again.
Phil, I have no idea who scored that.
That was Reed, I believe.
All right, the one that got injured on that
Right.
play? And he will sit down. Harold Reed probably coming into this game with an injury problem. Makes it 20-12. And East Brunswick is definitely in for a game here. Weiss turns up. It's long over everything. However, Johnson, strong rebound.
Stripped.
But he's stripped. Smith on the ball. Blond's going to take it to the hole.
I'll tell you, nice job.
And it's 22-12.
8 points for Barry Blount.
Miller to the middle. Loses it. Piscataway once more, and they're going to call a foul.
That's a reach-in by Miller, I believe. Frustration foul.
This is a tough sequence for East Brunswick. 6:29 left to go in the second period. 22-12 the score.
And it is on Miller. Once again, Gary Winfield calling timeout.
22nd timeout. Phil, what do you make of this? I mean, is it? Is East Brunswick not inspired here, or they just having difficulty figuring out this?
I think
Piscataway.
I think the Chiefs are so frenetic; they're all over the place. And right now, the Bears are trying to stay up with them and whatnot. I think they'll get their legs and settle their pace. It's about tempo. Right now, the Chiefs are controlling the tempo of the game, and the Bears have to take that out of their hands.
Blond has been really a force out there with 8 points, and he has really just taken his man inside, whoever is playing on him. And you can see he's a strong character. You see him right there, looking rather energetic tonight, as all the Chiefs are. Blunt in the corner. He drives, and they're going to call a foul.
I thought he got away with an elbow there offensively.
You could see it from where we were.
Right.
And that is going to be a shooting foul. So each team with 5 team fouls.
Okay, the foul is on Johnson. And Barry Blatt will go to line. He's a 6'1" junior.
Fails to connect.
Coming off an 18-point performance against St. Joe's.
Blount makes the second, and he extends Piscataway's lead to 11, 23-12. 6:18 left to go in the second quarter. Hartzman in the corner, punches it to Johnson, who is somehow managing to get that ball up there.
It's going up strong tonight. You like to see that.
Score is 23-14. Blount double team now. Long passes all around. Bounce pass underneath, won't go. And Piscataway comes down with the rebound. Freeney. And Phil, it's just a matter of them wanting it more, in my estimation.
They seem to be a little more hungry, you're right.
Inside, Weiss pulls up. Rebound to Blount. Here comes the Chiefs once more. Blount takes it in, loses control, and it goes off.
Johnson.
25-14.
And Strapko coming in while Johnson takes a seat.
Blount looks a little fatigued, I will admit that. He drives. Well, from our angle, I don't know.
Appeared to get all ball, but they must have called him with the body down low. John Kartzman, his first.
Blount to the line. He was 1 for 2 this first time. Hits the first.
And Winfield talks about Blount being one of the players that stepped up against St. Joe's, and he seems like he's continuing here.
Blount makes both. Extends the lead to 13 now, 27-14. That is Piscataway's largest lead of the evening. Smith with it. He looks in the middle. Bounce pass to Strapko, but he's surrounded by 2 players.
Nice.
is able to make the basket.
I'll tell you, Matt Strapko, his first 2 of the night.
Right, but every basket being challenged by East Brunswick. Somebody's open. That balls are just bouncing Piscataway's way as well. That goes to the middle. That should have been an offensive foul. They got away with one that one time.
I'll tell you, when you're being aggressive, though, things tend to happen like that.
And it's 29-16. Miller looks to Kartzman, gets his own rebound, puts it up,
Good
and
move.
it falls in.
Good move.
His first point, and that's East Brunswick's leading scorer. That tells you something. This has been the pace this entire game has been played. And that's going to be back court. Should have been. Kartzman, the recipient of that pass, he was fouled. A miss. My gosh, he was hammered. I just can't keep up with this game, quite honestly.
And they call Smith from the backside.
I mean, I want to tell you, Phil.
I'll tell you,
there's some non-calls here.
It's a few non-calls because the action is so furious.
Exactly. 29-18, 3:49 left to go. That was the 7th team foul for East Brunswick, so it'll be a 1-on-1.
Okay, Kevin Selby, a 6'2 senior, makes his 5th point of the night.
Substitutions here. Rob King coming in. Weiss, who's really not had a good game. Misses the second on this one. Smith comes down with it. Here comes the Bears. Miller to the middle. Pass intended for Strapko. He comes up with it.
Ooh. It was
Pass
tipped.
was
I'll
tipped.
tell you, the Bears get a break there.
In and out they come. By the way, Reed is back in after icing that elbow. Excuse me, the
Ankle.
The ankle, yeah. They're caught in the middle here. Ball bounces around. Who's got it? Wow.
Oh, I
it's
tell
like
you.
a pinball
I
effect.
tell you, bodies all over the place. Oh, hit from behind.
Here come the Chiefs.
Good defense by the Bears.
And good no call there, too, either. Kartzman. He's strong.
Yes.
And
all right.
it counts.
And
had enough body control to just avoid that charge.
Kartzman decided he was going to take it all the way himself when he's limping, Jim.
Yeah. That foul was on number 11, Purnell.
And you take a look at Dan Kartzman. He is the leading scorer for his team, averaging 11.3 points per game.
Score is 30-20. Kartzman misses the foul shot.
King comes down with the rebound.
Bounce pass to Henning. Sets up, won't go. King with it. Hits a three.
That's Mike Smith with the big three.
Mike Smith, I'm sorry. And that makes it 30-27 with 2:54 left. Smith, lob pass inside to Reed. He's going to be called for traveling. No.
Offensive foul.
He sort of leaned in, didn't he?
Offensive foul.
And
the Bears are down by 7, Jim. They're in this game.
exactly. Blunt comes back in the game. That's a third foul on Reed, by the way. So I'm not sure they noticed that. He'll afford to pick his 4th foul. They've just notified the coach. King by himself. Bounce pass to Johnson.
Stepped on the baseline.
Right. Well, you can't say that Piscataway does not use its bench.
That's for sure. Freeney back in.
Everybody's playing
As
practically.
Reed comes out.
Bears in man-to-man defense right now.
Freeney. Purnell to Freeney. Blunt. He's been the main offensive cog. He's practically knocked out of bounds.
I'll tell you, good defense by the Bears, particularly Max Johnson.
Contact game. Blunt guarded by Johnson, which is a good matchup for Piscataway because Johnson really cannot.
Good hand by Johnson.
Yeah, but he can't match Blunt's speed. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you.
Who got that?
That's number 25.
All right. Selby, 32-23. Smith, stolen. Given to Blunt, takes it to the hoop, won't go. Blunt gets his own rebound, loses it.
Strapko with a
comes
big
down
rebound.
with it. Henning to Johnson, he's by himself. Whoa, he was hammered.
He was hammered, no foul.
I can't believe it. Ay. Just quick pace here. Henning looks, takes it inside.
Oh, Bobby Henning, nice move. His first two of the night.
32-25.
He traveled.
Got that. Just under a minute, 32-25. East Brunswick can bring this back to under 5 points here if they can score a bucket. Hate to be a cheerleader trying to keep up with this. If they're going to cheer after every basket, they're going to miss something. Henning penetrates to King.
King with a three.
Won't go. I wonder if that was the play that they wanted.
That's a good shot. You can't, just didn't go.
We are under 30 seconds, and it appears that Piscataway may be holding for one. Coach Gary Winfield holds up the one hand.
Bears are going to have to come out.
To the middle. Won't go. Johnson doesn't get the rebound, however.
Ooh, seems like
6 seconds. And they're going to call a foul, and that's going to mean a one-on-one.
I tell you, Bobby Henning, a foul you didn't want to make.
No, you don't want to make that foul. Foul is on
I take
Bobby
that,
Henning.
I take that back. They have. They show. Well, it is Bobby Henning, right?
Is that 3 on Bob?
That's his third.
Gallant makes the first of the one-on-one. He has been the show for Piscataway.
12 points for the young fellow.
Makes the second. East Brunswick with 4. Good defense by Piscataway.
They'll put it up.
And referee said it would have been good if it went, but however, it's off the backboard, and that's going to do it for the first half of action. East Brunswick finds itself at the low end of a 34-25 score by a Piscataway team.
I'll tell you, but you got to feel that even though they're down, Jim, you got to feel that the Bears can get back in this game. Piscataway, I don't think can sustain this pace. Plus, they've been getting every loose ball. I think if some of that turns around the second half, the Bears clearly can creep back into this game and perhaps take it.
Okay, well, we're halftime here at East Brunswick and Piscataway. Well, let's take a short break, and we'll be back with the action after this. Back here at East Brunswick High School Gymnasium. Phil?
And Jim, you recognize the guy in the maroon sweater up there?
Yes, I do.
That's
Paul Shobe.
Paul Shobe, former coach of the Chiefs. I know he's won 3 county tournaments and Central Jersey Group 4 champ several times, and just a super nice guy and was an excellent coach at a young age. He just decided to give it up, though.
Resident of East Brunswick.
And I believe he's a resident of East Brunswick as well.
Okay. All right, Piscataway will inbounds to begin the third quarter. They have a 34-25 lead over East Brunswick. somewhat of a surprise. East Brunswick with a 10-3 record. Piscataway coming in 6-8. But as we said at the top of this show, Piscataway beat East Brunswick the first time. So they may have their number. We'll see. Just a very, very fast-paced. Got a foul here on Strapko.
And I'll tell you, the Chiefs are continuing going to the hole there.
Well, I believe they feel they have the speed advantage, and what they do is they get the high post and just try to beat them off the dribble. Stolen by Weiss.
I'll tell you.
Nope, they get it back. And as has been the case this entire game,
Every loose ball.
every rebound. So Selby, with the 2 points, extends the lead to 11. That missed shot brought down by Blunt. He's going to go for a three.
Wow, an NBA three.
Won't go. Miller to the middle. Now he backs out. Inside to Johnson. Goes to the hoop. Knocked over. Wild shot.
Ooh, mercy.
I guess they're going to catch Selby on a
call
foul from
Selby
behind.
reaching over, yep. And if you're the Bears, Jim, if you're going to get back in this game, you want to make sure you take good shot selections.
Let's see what they got. They just sort of face off here with a 3-2. Deny Strapko in the middle. Just daring East Brunswick to take the outside shot when you think about it. Strapko, bounce pass. That's Smith open for just a moment, however.
Poked away.
Kartzman is on the bench at this point.
3 fouls.
Smith sets up. Hits
Ooh,
a three.
I'll tell you, that'll break that zone.
That's his second three of the evening, and it makes the score 36-28, an 8-point lead. Pass, wild shot, and East Brunswick comes down with it. Strapkos gives to Miller. Max Johnson, who's really had not a good game. They're going to call an offensive foul, and Selby picks up his third. And a couple minutes here, Piscataway could be in foul trouble.
That's right, Kartzman back in the game, and Johnson comes out.
Now they just put, there it is. Okay, I said they put one up for Selby. I know he had two the last time. Kartzman is back in the game. Smith again, short however. Blunt with it. He's going to go with Kartzman.
I'll tell you,
makes easy work of it, really.
Great move.
And that is something that is going to have to change for East Brunswick.
15
38
points.
to 28. Kartzman has the middle. Weiss, who hasn't really been a factor of this game. Kartzman gets the room, but he doesn't do anything with it. Blunt, drop pass, and that might be a timeout time for East Brunswick.
I'll tell you.
40 to 28 is the score.
And the Chiefs are on their game. That's all that's happened tonight right now. The Chiefs are really on their game, and the Bears appear to be a little bit flat.
Let's see what East Brunswick can do here.
Change that matchup. You're going to go on Reed. What number is Reed, Joe? 23, right? 23. 50, okay? And we'll match up from there, all right? Make sure we're matched up from there. I think you're going to have to take one of the guards and put Danny on probably like 33. It was just a spot-up shooter, okay? All right. Offensively, I want you to try rotating your postmen. I want you to try rotating in like a triangle. Remember what we did last year, postmen? Okay? Like if I start with a high-low, but as the ball rotates one side, you rotate down and he comes in behind you. Okay, you got me? When it goes the other way, change your triangle. Change your triangle.
Okay.
Hey, listen.
Bohannon giving defensive instructors at first, and now is trying to come up with something.
Well, he's making some adjustments in his defense assignments, really. Kartzman having a lot of difficulty on Blunt, so he puts Weiss on Blunt. And East Brunswick has to do things a little bit differently to create some opportunities. 40-28 the score. There's a steal by Blunt.
Quick hands.
Takes it right to the hoop and hits it.
I'll tell you, when it's going, it's going.
And a foul on that play by who? This is a 14-point lead, the biggest of the game for Piscataway.
And Barry Blunt going to the line.
Miller with his second
has
foul.
17 points. Make it 18.
He is 6 for 7 from the line as well. So we have 4:48 to go in this third quarter. 43-28 is the score. Foul that time. I think we're going to call it on Oshagel. Or is it going to be on Selby? Yes, it is. And that's his fourth.
His fourth.
One Robert Mitchell getting ready to come into the game. 6'8".
6'8" junior.
Kartzman hits the foul shot.
Kartzman's 5th point of the night.
Selby leaves the game. And he's been working rather well in this game, so you got to wonder, you know, if Piscataway suffers as a result of that. Hart's been good on his second, so that makes it 43-30. East Brunswick's going to have to start its run now if they expect to get back in this game. Piscataway works it around. Good move. Good move. I mean, Corey Smith on that one. They've just been beating them all night.
Just speed.
45-30. Miller inside. Gets the foul. Phil, East Brunswick can't afford to be trading baskets at this point.
No,
they've got to get into that lead.
They got to have some defensive stops. That's what they have to do. Look at Sheldon Miller, the 6-foot senior guard, has been a good one for the Bears.
Makes the foul.
I'll tell you, 7th point.
45-33. Here we go. Weiss guarding Blunt, who posts up. Won't go. Smith with the rebound. Miller inside. Nice pass to White.
Oh, and a block.
And who they call it on?
They called the foul.
If it's Michael, it's his second. He picked up 2 quick ones.
2 quick ones. And Weiss will go line to shoot 2.
Joe Weiss, averaging 10.8.
Weiss' 5th point of the night, coming off a 10-point performance against Cerebral.
Michael exits the game real quick. Picks up 2 quick fouls. 5th team foul, by the way. So already, and we're only in the 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. All right, 2 foul shots makes it 45-35. Piscataway holding a 10-point lead. Won't go. Who gets the rebound? East Brunswick finally comes with it. They're on a fast break. Whites goes to the basket.
Oh,
won't go. Tapped around. Who got it? Blunt has it. Scoops it out.
I'll tell you.
Nobody got it.
I'll tell you. And Winfield is trying to say it was tipped off the Bears, but the officials won't listen to it. And I tell you, the Bears have, if they can get it under 10 points at this juncture here, they're trying to break that 10-point barrier. I think psychologically they'll feel they're ready to make their move.
Well, as we can see, points are coming fast and furious, and then there's lulls, so 10 points is really not an astronomical lead. Miller to Weiss. Won't go, however. And it looks like it went off Piscataway.
Bears get a break.
Thank you. Let's go. Come on, communicate. Let's go.
Really, their outside shooting has been off all night, except for Smith's 2 threes. Johnson in the corner, gives it to Kartzman, drives inside to the basket.
Good move.
Kartzman with his 8th point, and then now we're down to an 8-point lead. Miller caught on the foul, that's his 3rd. 45-37, 2:59 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Only the 3rd team foul on the Bears.
And actually, it was a 15-point lead not too long ago,
Right.
Phil. It was 45-30, so
The Bears-
East Brunswick 7 points in a row here.
They're making their move.
Ball is inbounds. Now, won't go. And the Bears with a rebound. Johnson ahead of the field if he goes quick.
I'll tell you, nice
Good soft
move.
touch.
Left hand.
And his 8th point makes it 45-39, a 6-point lead. Just like that.
Just like that.
9-0 run here. Long 3-pointer
Ooh, mercy.
goes
I'll tell you, a dagger.
by Reed. Makes it 48-39. Not too much you can do about
I'll
that.
tell you, big 3.
East Brunswick will go to work again. Henning. Johnson. They got him surrounded. Now Henning. This is Weiss. Won't go. Had the shot.
I'll tell you.
Here comes the Chiefs.
Good block from behind.
East Brunswick can capitalize here if they move quick enough.
Got to get a good shot.
Man, are they moving.
I'll tell you, good feed by Henning. A great feed by Henning. And Johnson goes up and gets fouled.
By Smith. Who picks up his first foul, actually 16 foul. So East Brunswick will be in the 1-1 after this.
I'll tell you, Max has got to take a deep breath. These foul shots are important right now.
Come on, Chiefs, no foul.
Gets the roll.
And it walks in.
48-40.
9 points for Max Johnson, leading scorer for the Bears right now.
Quite honestly, I haven't really been impressed with his game. That one will not go.
It's been tough on the inside.
48-40. Minute 42. Fast pass. And they call a foul on Kartzman, who picks up his what, 4th?
I believe that's his 4th, if so.
Let's see. Not quite sure, Phil. No, that's just a 2nd.
I'm surprised.
Henning has 3, Miller has 3 for East Brunswick. So we're down to a minute 39. Piscataway will inbounds with a 48-40 lead. Tipped away, however they get it. Good quick move by Reed. Reed with that first step has really been excellent. I thought that was a shooting foul, but apparently not. All right.
Foul on Smith.
Who picks up his 3rd. Blunt, who has been somewhat quiet this quarter,
Hey, the Bears.
still manages to score. And he is really, when he sets his mind to it, he's been
He
unstoppable.
can go.
40-50, they're back out to a 10-point lead.
No foul. No foul.
Inside, blocked away, wasn't there. Bounce pass. Johnson, who's got it? They call it jump. Possession, East Brunswick. Under a minute to play. 50-40 is the score. Piscataway holding on to a 10-point lead. They double team. Henning stops his dribble. East Brunswick still needs to get it across, and they pay for it. Nice pass inside. No, they call it travel.
And the Piscataway fans don't like it.
Selby, who has 4, Boy, they are taking a chance with him in here. Still getting across. Now they have it across. Weiss by himself. Johnson goes off his leg, loses it. 2-on-1 for Piscataway. And Reed puts it home, and it's a 12-point lead. So East Brunswick was making a run of it, but they've given up 6 straight points here. Strapko gets it across, takes it to Johnson. Really wasn't expecting that, was he?
I tell you, held on to it and put it down.
And makes the score 52-42, 10-point differential here at the end of the third quarter. And I don't know, we're waiting for Piscataway to run out of gas, but it doesn't seem to happen.
Because the Bears seem to have made their move, and somehow the Chiefs managed to bounce back. Let's hear what Bo has to say.
Hey, Danny, you're for Mike. Sheldon, you're for Bobby. Right now, everybody listen to me. Everybody listen. If I call for 52, it's only when we make it. It's too hard to get into it off of a miss, right? Only when we make it. Otherwise, we're back playing man-to-man, all right? What do you like here, man-to-man? What do you like?
22's fine.
22's fine, or just...
Gotta be ready to help each other.
Yeah, and they're taking you off the dribble, you know, pretty consistently, okay? If they jump into you, fellas, you got to hold your ground so the ref can call it. I know they're just dipping their shoulder, but you guys are sometimes backing up with them, too. You're backing up with them. If he jumps into you, there's got to be a reason for the ref to call a foul, okay? All right, come on, let's go.
Okay, Bo giving instructions, consulting with the team as to what type of defense they'd like to play.
Piscataway will inbounds. And East Brunswick having to make up 10 points in these last 8 minutes. Let's see what happens. Blond, who has been the #1 player for the Chiefs tonight, with the ball, guarded by Weiss. Barely nobody's been successful at guarding him. He sets up, won't go. However, as has
White
been the
ball. The official changes call. It's white.
Okay, I was going to say East Brunswick hasn't been able to buy an offensive rebound, a defensive rebound.
And
Miller.
Chiefs with full court pressure.
And that pressure causes the
forced the
turnover.
Uncharacteristic.
Smith,
Ooh.
blocked by Johnson.
I'll tell you, good block.
Piscataway gets it. Reed, who's come up with some big hoops on occasion. And now they're going to take some time off the clock.
And Selby holding his ankle.
What do we got here?
And that's on Sheldon Miller there.
This is fourth.
Hartzman with a steal. Oh, big basket.
Makes it an 8-point game, 52-44. 7 minutes left to go in the game.
10 points for Dan Hartzman.
I don't know, Piscataway has been so successful pushing the ball.
Okay, the pressure's on, and they force the Chiefs into a turnover.
You know, they're out of their element, Phil.
And you sort of feel momentum going now.
Well, if East Brunswick can score here, certainly will make it an more interesting game. As it is, it's an 8-point margin. Hartzman with it, looks around. Stolen by Blunt, went right into his hands. Boy,
I'll tell you,
that was not a good sequence there.
he's played an outstanding game, 20 points for the young fellow.
Really just a bad pass by East Brunswick. Almost loses it again. Knocked away, stolen. Second turnover in a row. 10-point lead, and Piscataway wants a timeout.
I'll tell you.
Obviously to make adjustments with this delay.
Well, they want to make adjustments, but Bo, I'm sure glad that they call timeouts as well. Bo's got some significant things to say right here. They got to make their move.
Bobby's got Sheldon, right? All right, now, you gotta, if we get the ball on the wing and they're matched up, step the bottom man out, maybe ball side, and then throw to him and flash the high post low, or the high post step out and create a lane and then turn and make a play, okay? Come all as far as you have to so we can reverse the ball to you. All right, give him an outlet, right? All right, come on, we're man to man here. Let's go.
22nd.
Okay.
Amazing at how calm his demeanor is.
He's
don't you
calm,
think?
and we're expecting him to blow a lot of stuff at him. He was very calm and simple instructions there. Going to let him play the game.
And that's it. Maybe he realizes this is not the Bears' night. Well, Piscataway ought to be in some sort of slowdown here.
That's not Piscataway's game.
Reed with it. Dribbles around.
But they are taking some air out of the ball.
And they've been very effective at the foul line as well. What do we got here? Steal. Marchman's going to take it. No, nice
Great
bounce.
pass.
To Henning.
I'll tell you.
Makes it 54-46. 8-point lead. 5:45
And
left to
Jimmy,
go.
I said that wasn't Piscataway's game, and sometimes you can't take a team out of their element there. They're not used to taking the air out of the ball. When you do, things can happen.
All right, that's on Kartzman, his third. And we're in a 1-on-1. So Blunt, who has been 6 for 7 from the line tonight. You know, it might be a matter of determining who to foul.
Well, I know who not to foul. You don't want to foul Reed. Reed hit 10 free throws against St. Joe's.
Blunt good on the first.
His 21st point of the night. And he's just a junior.
Makes the second. And it's 56-46.
And pressure, full court pressure by the Chiefs. I'll tell you, those passes.
Piscataway's taking chances. Wow.
Ooh.
Won't
Jeff
go.
nice move, wouldn't go down.
Here comes Piscataway. Blunt. Spin move.
Unbelievable.
That was a great move.
Unbelievable.
And he is feeling it tonight.
Unbelievable when you consider the coach wanted you to slow it down.
58-46, 12-point lead. East Brunswick's got to get it across. Hartzman to Johnson. Won't go.
Max too far under.
That move right there took a lot of air out of the building.
Well, you got your coach, the Chiefs, saying slow it down, and young fella just took it in for a big basket.
Weiss hits. Need more of that from him. 58-48.
Weiss with his 8th point of the night.
Still, East Brunswick's going to have to be popping some threes pretty soon here, if they can get the ball back. Nice pass by Blunt. Piscataway doing everything right tonight. Back to a 12-point lead, 60-48. 4:20 to go in the game. Hartzman with it. Won't go off the three. Strapko can't get it. And Piscataway comes down with it. Slowing it up.
I'll tell you, got a feeling that the Bears made the run. And
Phil, what I want to know, is this the real Piscataway, or is,
good question.
you know, I mean,
team-
6-8 is their record.
Really? I talked to Winfield, and Winfield said he wasn't displeased with his team. He thought they played hard each game that they played. Really pleased with the loss that they had against St. Joe's.
Just a tremendous pass by Blunt underneath the reed. And another timeout by East Brunswick, 62-48, 3:45. And I'll tell you what, Phil, it's starting to get.
Well, not much you can do.
Yeah.
Clearly, the Chiefs are just playing a superior game tonight.
I like to see how Henning reacts under these types of circumstances,
Well, we'll get
because they haven't been used to this year.
We'll get a chance right now.
Shows that first defense. You had the right idea. They just
Yeah, I know. Now we're seeing that, right?
It's too late now.
Yep. Okay. When we score, we're going to be full with a floater. Does anybody know whose man's been taking it out? Well, we'll find out as soon as we can, right? We're going to play full with a floater, and then we're going to be very, very aggressive in the defensive end, okay? We got to stay very aggressive in the 22. If it means that you know, commit a foul, as long as it's not your fifth, maybe you got to think about doing it, put them on the line, okay? We don't want to wait too long to do that. All right, offensively now, Dan, you're in the high post, right? Let's look to get it to the high post and get some kickouts. You guys be ready to shoot it. We have a full and a 20?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Come on, fellas.
Well, sort of a resigned voice when you think about it.
Well, it's pretty. That's his level most of the time.
Yeah.
So you can't tell. The fact of the matter is the Chiefs have just played an outstanding game tonight.
Pressure the entire game. Henning.
He called
Calls a
timeout.
timeout. They used the 20, I assume.
I'll tell you, smart move by the young fella. He hurt himself when he went down, too.
He's limping.
I'll tell you, Sheldon Miller has 4 fouls, I believe. So looks like Miller's going to have to come back in right now.
Yes, he will. And you know, Phil, at this stage of the season, February 1st, everybody has bumps and bruises
That's
now.
for sure.
So Kartsman will be challenged with bringing the ball up. Miller back in. Weiss. Whoa.
Might have got away with a step.
Not a good stroke either by King. Rob. Excuse me. That was Mike Smith.
Mike Smith.
Yeah. Alrighty. 62-48 is the score. 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Piscataway ahead. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Reed, and if that's his 4th.
And now, Jim, if the Bears can get the ball up the court, you can look for some 3-pointers.
Got to start shooting the threes. Kartsman drives to the hoop. They let him have it. 62-50. Still a 12-point lead for the Chiefs. Blount will bring it up. He's had his way pretty much this entire game, especially with Kartsman guarding him. Ball will be in primarily the hands of Reed and Blount, I would imagine, Phil.
And they call Weiss on the foul.
First foul for Joe Weiss.
And Reed, a good foul shooter. I mentioned against St. Joe's, he shot 10 free throws from the foul line.
Sinks the first.
His 16th of the night.
Makes the second. 64-50 is the score. Weiss, pass inside to Strapko, who misses it.
And follows it up.
And a timeout after that. That might be the last timeout for East Brunswick. Strapko, who only has 4 points
4
on
points,
the
well below his average, that's for sure.
Exactly. That's another eye-opener.
All right, now, what are we in? What are we in defensively when we score? Yeah, so don't roll running back. You guys got to find your guys quicker, okay? We scored and everybody was running back. Now, it would be helpful to us if we could deny both Reed and Blunt the ball and make somebody else shoot a foul shot, okay? Deny Reed and Blunt. You're going to go on Reed, 23. You're going to go on Blunt, 50. And we'll just match up the other. We might wind up with a bad matchup, but we're going to do it anyhow, okay? Rob King, you're in for Sheldon right now. Hurry up. Hurry up. Joe, you're the one in this. You have 4, right? You have 4 fouls? Okay. So we want to deny the ball. We're playing floater right now. 23 is your matchup. Quick foul if we don't get a steal. Quick foul if we don't get a steal.
Bo Henning talking about the fact that he's not going to let Reed or Blount continue, good foul shooters, go to the foul line if he can help it. Foul. They're going to deny them the ball, and if they foul somebody else, fine.
Almost lost it, but goes down hard. What do we got here?
Let's see, number 11. That's Mike Purnell.
Yeah, he went down on a hip.
Hip pointer.
No, he's running around.
Hip pointer is
amazing, the energy of the players tonight. Look, he's still trying to shake it off. Now they foul Reed.
Yeah, that hip pointer is like your funny bone on your elbow. Except it stings a lot more.
So Reed will go to the line once more.
One of the people they didn't want to put on the line, but he's there.
The 1-on-1. Next foul will be a automatic two shots for the Chiefs. It's the first.
His 18th point.
You know, I count Piscataway missing just 2 foul shots all night.
Well, you think back up to Justin Bailey. They've always had good free throw shooters.
Makes the other one. 14 for 16 from the foul line. That says a lot. 62 to 52. 66 to 52. Piscataway ahead. Weiss misses on the three-point try. Chiefs come down with it. Under 2 minutes to go here. Piscataway fans having a lot of fun anyway. And I'll tell you what, the Chiefs are enjoying this one.
They certainly are.
They have played outstanding from the get-go.
They've been rather loose. I mean, they've been free-flowing. Sometimes that works against you, but when you got it going, it's a pretty nice thing to see.
Blount, the recipient of that foul shot, makes his 9th foul shot.
23rd point of the night.
Misses one finally. And they still come down with it. 67 to 52. They say it was off Piscataway.
It was. The young player, Harold Reed, a little fancy there, dribbled the ball out of bounds.
Got to go with the threes. And every pass has been denied by East Brunswick tonight. Strapko loses the handle, however they say that Reed went off Reed. Well, Phil, it kind of looks with a 15-point lead here. That won't go. Strapko off East Brunswick, and Piscataway comes down with it. Phil, with this loss for East Brunswick, brings the record to 10-4. I don't know, what do you say about a game like this at this point in the season?
Well, I think it's just a matter of regrouping. We know they have the talent. They ran into a buzzsaw tonight as Strapko hits that one. But they're going to have to regroup.
Miller commits his 5th. He's out.
I have 41 white for the whole.
And Sheldon Miller's, as you pointed out, just fouled out.
And I think we're going to have a timeout here on the part of Piscataway.
Wholesale substitutions for Piscataway. And they're slapping 5, and why not? They've.
Oh yeah, it's been probably their best effort all year.
You got to think it's got to be one that's up there.
And East Brunswick is going to think about this one. You know, they've got South Brunswick on Wednesday, who, on paper at least, would be a more formidable opponent than Piscataway. So you got to wonder, with this two-game losing streak for the East Brunswick Bears, you know, is this the mid-season slump?
Well, the bad news is that they lost this game tonight and got beat rather convincingly. The good news is that they only have to wait till Wednesday to sort of redeem themselves. So they won't have a whole lot of time to think about it. They just got to get out there and play.
Reed to the line, where he has been perfect. He has 2 shots now. Makes the first.
That's his 20th.
Doesn't go on the second.
And the Bears will take control of it. John Mullane to Pete Zachary.
New faces in now.
Zachary Mullane. Mullane. Zachary.
45 seconds left. Jump ball here.
And the possession arrow goes to the Bears, I believe.
And Reed leaves the game.
And he's played a super game.
Yes, he has. Inside to Johnson. Makes it.
Johnson puts it down. His 13th point of the night.
70-56 is the
A steal
score.
by Zachary.
Who's
I'll
got
tell
it?
you, bodies all over the place. DeMuro in there, and Phillips for the Chiefs.
So a host of new faces here as we close out this game. Dribbling around is who here? Oshoggle, who really hasn't seen a lot of action since the first quarter.
I'll tell you, the official called 5 seconds. I think it's just the youngsters getting a little bit fancy, and they turned it over.
10 seconds left to go in this game. Mullane with it.
With the shot.
Won't go. What they got here? 3 seconds left to go in the game, and with that foul, Johnson will go to the line shooting a 1-on-1.
And Max Johnson slowly but surely the leading scorer tonight for the Bears with 13 as he attempts this 1-and-1.
However, Phil, you'd have to agree that not one Bear player had what we might consider a good game.
I think it's been a tough night for the Bears all the way around.
Yeah.
Not that they haven't hustled, it's just that the Chiefs have been all over the place.
They have really just played exciting, outstanding basketball, particularly Blount. Johnson misses the second, and that's going to do it. The final score here from East Brunswick High School, Piscataway winning handily, actually, 70-57. Good thing we got that score because that score clock went off about 3 seconds after the final was over. I don't know, Phil, your thoughts?
As I said before, the Bears just ran into a buzzsaw tonight in the Chiefs. The Bears usually handle the Chiefs, played the Chiefs pretty tough on their home court. Tonight, the Chiefs were just getting all the loose passes, seemed to be a lot quicker than the Bears were tonight, but the Bears won't have much time to think about it. They got to get ready for South Brunswick on Wednesday.
Okay, so that's our final from East Brunswick here. The Piscataway Chiefs moving to 7-8 with their 70-57 win, and East Brunswick falling to 10-4. So that's going to do it. For Phil Hill, this is Jimmy Allinder saying thanks for being with us.